So hello everyone, welcome to one of our sessions here at Sponsors Track A. I'm Fotini Pavica, and today we have with us Maja Loncar, who is going to present us a really nice speech, how we can save time managing websites along with GoDaddy Pro. So Maja, thank you for being here with us today. Our online stage is yours.
Yaseoulos. I believe I said it right. So I think that means hello everyone in Greek, one of my favorite countries, I have to say. I come from Serbia. So my name is Maja Loncar and I work for GoDaddy Pro. And I'm very happy to be here with you because I think we're going to be talking about very interesting business point of WordPress. And it's WordPress, it is technology, but it's also a lifestyle, a kind of business making. So today, what I would like to talk to you about, and I mean, I've been a business developer for like more than 15 years in different sectors, in different parts of the world. And information technology on its own, it's a totally different sector. So business rules are kind of different. And it's very hard to keep pace with all the changes, administrative, legislative, or any other type of changes that somehow you actually touch while working on other people's websites. So let's say, like, I hope everyone's going to have time. I hope if you have any questions, please do so. I will be very happy to answer if I can. If not, then we'll find the answer ourselves together. But I would really appreciate if you could also give me your perception of certain showcases that I will bring as a business case, like what to do in certain situations. So let's start with generals, right? Like modern economy is based on solo entrepreneurs. And for this reason, many even people in web industry, they think which business path to take, whether to work for a company or to own its own. So both of these paths, I mean, we have to choose at some point. Life is like that. We have to make choices. So both of these paths actually have a number of hurdles that need to be overcome. And what I can tell you from my personal experience is that luck is amazingly important. It's not only what you know, but it's actually how much luck you have. But also there is a number of benefits, you know, that you will actually harvest by making certain decisions. So as a web developer or designer, you know that there are ongoing tasks which you might not like or that are required actually by the clients to be kept in tip-top shape. And that's where there's an opportunity to start a WordPress maintenance business. I mean, you all know how the whole thing with maintenance started and how freelancers or side hustlers, trying to make some side gig actually created agencies, successful companies that contribute to this tech development, of course, and marketing efforts of huge corporations or just people who are writing blogs. So anyone actually giving a hand. And so that's like, so there is a market opportunity, right? And then there's this digital communication, which is skyrocketing and markets are changing fast. I don't know anyone these days, who could keep up with all the changes that are taking place. Although we're globally connected, but things have become a bit more, I wouldn't say unstable, but very hard to predict what is going to be happening. And so making additional business decisions, like let's say you decided to have an agency or something like that, or perhaps you just want to do a side hustle for some months and then see how it goes. So this is actually where you need a business tool that will help you to solve the problems of markets contracting or shrinking at the same time, because now everything is a global. So let's say if your clients are in America, so whatever happens in America, it will affect you, of course. But maybe it's, if let's say that there is a potential in some other parts of the world, you will still be able to do it by even not moving, right? So with these markets of constantly going up and down, and we've seen that in last year, how the whole website industry exploded and skyrocketed. So we were not able to, I mean, we knew that digitalization would come to a certain level of, let's say, utilization, but nobody knew that it would go so fast. So these moments in business are very hard for anyone. Very hard for the business owners, a little bit less hard on the freelancers. So this is very important that you guys create, if you want to develop your business, whatever you call it, I mean, whatever the type is actually, you actually need to think of the time optimization. So decreasing time on like unnecessary repetitive tasks, or perhaps I mean, I always have this thing in my head, you know, if I really don't want to lose time, then I have to use the safe updates where I will see, for instance, how the website will look before and after. Because if I don't do that and I just update the website, that's going to cause a lot of problems for me later that, again, I will have to. So it's not only the time that we actually account for a certain client, but it's also the circumstances that come around, which we cannot have effect. Actually, we cannot influence those. So this type of flexibility, or how to call it, even absorption of such market shocks, we need to actually constantly, being in WordPress and, you know, trying to make money out of it, you need to constantly know the change of the business environment. So that's going to be like, you know, to count on that is going to be very hard. But the most important part, if you can address couple of economic situations that happen. It's either market shrinking, markets growing exponentially. So you really either, for instance, when markets are growing exponentially, you might ask yourself and say, listen, why don't I employ more people, right? Maybe I should employ more people, or maybe I need just a hand, or maybe, but at the same time, I would like to optimize the cost. I don't know how much it will cost me in the end. So all of these, let's say, very painful. These are not small decisions, by the way, you know. You really have to be business-oriented and experienced in order to know what is the less harming decision, because, of course, you might the markets might not offer you the best decision at all. But in general, I think it's very important for any solo entrepreneur to have the skills. These business skills, you cannot learn them in school. Education is more of theory than actually what's happening in the real market. And by being in tech, surely you were not exposed to a business environment that much to be able to actually, I mean, many of those big company owners, they actually have financial advisors for this reason, to understand how to invest in themselves and the markets and everything. So it's a very complex thing. And I don't think, I mean, whoever actually thinking of having a WordPress as a business, I think at some point you really reach this phase where you need to think about whether you're going left or you're going right. So on top of this, so let's say you want to grow your business. So working with one client is, okay, one thing, but adding few more onto the pile, and you will find that your workload has become fuller, but still manageable. So you will have to compromise, for instance, if you don't have the right business tools that you can rely on. So you'll actually spend the quality time that you could have spent somewhere else doing something else for your life, for yourself, for other people, right? Maybe contributing to the environment is what I like to do. But so most of this time, actually, you will not be able to commit to something to you emotionally, but actually you will have more business to do, right? Because you want to grow, you want to make more money, you want to perhaps get a mortgage, buy a house, or perhaps just cover the bills or whatever. So as the momentum builds for WordPress business, however, thoughts of adding more clients actually may worry you more than before. Because now, you know, you might be earning something and whatever, but still you're losing time. So there is you cannot gain all of it. So you have to understand what is the most important thing to you at the moment and how much you can actually sustain, because nowadays there's so many talks on mental health, and it's not only about talks, but I think that's really important that we commit time to ourselves to be happy, first of all, then to be successful, because the other way around, I don't think happy will exist in general. So let's talk a little bit more about scaling. I don't want to go too much into the psychological part of it, but surely it plays a big role. I'm sure there are more people who speak into more details about it, and maybe you can have your own, some type of your own experience. So if we talk about business growing, right, we talk about another business decision that you need to make. It's like, do I hire a team now that I'm doing? So let's say you decided, I want to have money, I want to have really easy, not easy, but like normal life, but I have to compromise on profit in that case. So you might want to think, okay, let me perhaps hire a couple of developers or designers or any type of specialist, whatever you would like to specialize in. And then there is a question, or do you outsource this business to someone else? So are you like capable of just bringing the business, but then maybe someone else could actually do the job for you? Because you cannot, I mean, I like to say that in football, you cannot be a goalkeeper and attacker. I mean, you have to decide what you want to be. I mean, you can be both, but the chances of losing is seriously high. So this is another type of business decision. Maybe it's even life decision, what you want to do, because based on this, some other developments will happen and the triggers will, of course, trigger different situations. So it's very good actually to understand. I would always suggest to anyone to have a business mentor, you know. You having technical knowledge, it's not sufficient to run a business, you know. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I'm just trying to explain that each expertise actually needs, and especially if you're investing your time, so you're investing your life. So if you're investing your life, you really need to understand how to do the best investment for yourself. And there are so many people, maybe friends or some people that you know as influencers, or perhaps relatives who could help you out in actually, first of all, understanding where you are making decisions and what other options existed at that moment. Very good. I believe that creative talks are always great. So share your thoughts, join some groups, meetups. For instance, I'm having each Monday evening, we have GoDaddy Pro EMEA meetups where we talk about many business things. I mean, we talk about WordPress, but we talk about business as well at the same time. So you might want to join and meet other people and see how they solved it, how actually they decided what they will do and how they will grow in their lives. So the question was, where we took off is, do you hire more people or you pay for maintenance or actually you outsource this work? So this is also one of the key questions. So if you are not aware of automation business tools that can help you do that, then most probably you will have a struggle here because you wouldn't have a choice. It's either or, because the work is loading and somebody has to deal with it. So it's either someone else or someone or environment, right? So from this point of view, if you know that, for instance, there is a tool that actually can do the automation of time-consuming and repetitive tasks. And if you would know that you would be able to rely on this tool when it comes to website maintenance and when it comes to, for instance, client reports, very good point. I mean, if you have a client, you have to have a client report, right? You need to actually prove what you've been doing and how you did and everything. And I've spoken to a number of designers and actually agency owners who told me that a minimum of 3 to 5 hours a week is required with all the print screens and relevant data and statistics input. So let's say you have 5 clients, that means 25 hours a month. So almost like more than half a week in 1 month you're spending on this. So, and let's say you can do it like with press of a button. So those type of things actually would, so it's very important that you understand what is existing in the market, that you try all those tools and see which one works best for you, because those could actually be your light in the tunnel when you don't understand what the business environment is offering or what is the best move to make. So for instance, with GoDaddy Pro, you benefit from so many reasons. And so, I mean, it's not that it's the company that I work for, but I mean, you know about Managed WP. And so Managed WP was first acquired. And then based on this GoDaddy Pro, as the whole program, as the whole vision started, where the aim is to actually assist WordPress developers and designers in doing their business and making it easy on them. So, especially in enabling communication. There are many benefits. I could actually, I mean, I'm very happy, for instance, I manage my website in GoDaddy Pro, and each couple of days I would stop by to check a number of comments, or what's my SEO ranking, or how's my security of the site. So, and if there would be any change, I would get notified. So I'm kind of like I think I'm very stressless, or actually stress relief. So if we talk about, for instance, there is an option. I mean, if we talk about these repetitive tasks that actually could be minimized. So for instance, if you're backing your site before making an update, it's a lifetime saver, right? So in GoDaddy Pro, there is an option. If you're doing safe update, it's a premium add-on that automatically backs up your site before an update. So even if you make a mistake and you just press save update and you forgot to update before, actually it keeps a copy of you, and it wouldn't do any changes on the website unless you do that. And in addition to that, you get also a visual comparison option to see the site before and after the update, or actually before publishing. So I think that's priceless for many views. Actually, you know what? I'll share now and just explain actually maybe better what I'm talking about. I don't see if anyone was actually in the chat or if there are any questions, but surely if there is any, I would really like to. Okay, just here it is. So I'm going to share. So I hope you guys are seeing it already. So at the moment, I want to actually show you a blank screen. And it's very nice, for instance, that the way how widgets could be organized, and the type of information that you might want to consider having. And you know, some people, they don't like. I like actually to put all of the relevant widgets there, because it's easier for me to look around and use it when it's there. I could also have hosting information if I'd like, or if I don't need, I can just remove it from there. So when it comes to backups, you can see there is we've been now to the dashboard where you see all the overview. But if you go directly to backups, you see that there is a yellow light turned on, which means it's a premium add-on. It's for me, it's free, because I'm hosting my website on the managed WordPress hosting on GoDaddy, so I get it. So I get all the options for free. So for me, it's great, because I also here can, for instance, if you look at the overview, you can store a backup or download the backup. There are many other things that you can actually, you have a preview of the website. You can also check the content and check relevant files, what you would like to download from the current version or any other previous version. Also settings, I've set my websites actually to be backed up like weekly, but for some clients, for instance, if you'd like, you can put daily, or every 12 hours, or perhaps every 6 hours, or something like that. So there is an option for you to please any client. So I'm sure that's going to be great. So you can also see the backups that I had before. I can check those out, roll over if I need it. So that's totally like great. But what I like most about it, it's this here, it's safe up. So I know that many people, I will do just a quick update right now. I'm sure it's going to be very, very easy. So the thing is that you can do a bulk updates at the same time. I can choose plugins, I can choose theme. I don't have any other updates to do. So instead of just pressing an update, I can just do a safe update. And at that moment, I will have an information banner coming from here explaining what's happening with the website. So first of all, it will create a backup of your website. So regardless whether you have it or not, this is the time when it's going to be done. It doesn't come in a free version, of course. In the free version, you have one backup a month per website, which I think is great for starting. You don't have too many obligations when it comes to that. But later on, it's really, I don't know, I think it saves me, saves my life and my nerves, and I think I'm more healthier person by having this option. So what I like about it is that you will see later that we also have a the visual comparison where eyes can see actually print screens of the site before and after. And also one good thing, it's not only of a home page. Actually, in the settings you can choose which page you would like actually to have it as a reference, and you can have only one page, so you can set it there. So it's kind of like it's refreshing. I mean, I feel at least I'm not too technical when it comes to WordPress, so any type of total change would or something that I would have to do additionally, I think I would be more scared and confused. While the system is updating, I just want to show you, like, also there is an option for client reporting. So if you have a client, your report would actually come in less than 30 seconds. You'll have a report ready for the client with all the relevant visuals, statistics, information. You can tailor make it. It can also be, it doesn't have to say GODADDY Pro on it. You can actually brand it with your own. We can do a co-branding or your own branding. It's totally up to you. I also have an information about the uptime of my website and its performance. Security, but not in sense that it's a security plugin, but it's actually just checking the health of the site. So this information you can also, for instance, see here. Let me just check. All right. While it's still doing the backup of a website, I just want to check, because I don't see in this window how many minutes left we have. So we still have 9 minutes. So I see 4 pillars. Hi, thank you, 4 pillars. Very useful. Yes, I believe it is. I mean, I don't want actually to do a demo or anything. This talk is supposed to be a mental assistance to WordPress developers and designers, building the economy of the future. And also what I would let you take as a key takeaway, that if you would like to take steps in WordPress business and you're not a business person, you really need to find someone to help you out. You really need some signals from the market. You need to understand why the price of containers or whatever is rising, because maybe that's most probably something related to the industry change. Maybe you can look clients in some other places. So yeah, look, I don't know if you guys have any questions. I'm happy that you found this presentation useful. Actually, I will leave here my Twitter if you would like to have any, if you have any questions. Here it is. If you have any questions, if you want to look for me, or for any other reason, let's meet, right? Let's have a chat. We haven't met in a while. It would be great to meet some new people without traveling. Hopefully to see you soon. So yeah, basically that's what I wanted to pass today. I hope you guys liked it.
Well, it was really interesting, and we surely like to save time in our lives. So it was very useful. All the information that you shared with us. I want to invite all of you who heard Maja, want to ask her some questions or have a conversation with her, to join the sponsors booth of GODADDY Pro. You will find her there. So once again, thank you so much for being here, and thank you GODADDY Pro for being here as a team. Enjoy the rest of WordCamp Greece, everyone. Bye.
See you.
See you.